Autistic people don't react to reality. We are model builders. Hey dudes, what's up? My name is Lavanta and this is Autistic Success. So today I just wanted to share a quick idea which emerged in my head pretty much 1 or 2 days ago when I was working on my new project, which is a mobile app. And I am writing code and learning AI and other stuff, which is completely new to me as a chemist. And basically what I realized is that the way I work is that I don't react to reality, but I take the inputs from reality and always update my working model, then re-render it or rerun it, my working model, and see and observe if my working model now depicts and describes the reality better than before and brings better results than before or not. And I guess this is very special, and I think it is also kind of unique to autistic people that we don't react to an acute issue or feedback, but we always try to use that feedback or any case or any error at hand and simply try to update our understanding and working model of reality and then rerun it and then again compare and observe how good it depicts reality and how good results it brings. And this is something which now I am seeing obviously the similarity between code, software, because that's pretty much like what a mobile app or a software code is doing. It's always trying to render reality or depict something described. And then if it's good, then if it depicts reality or what you want well, then your working model is good. If not, then you have to adjust it and rerun it. But this is also something which I saw back then in my previous business, which was a small B2B custom chocolate and sweets company, where I was doing a lot of product development, product iterations, B2B sales, cold outreach, sample drop-offs, everything from scratch. And it was all new to me, obviously. I'm a chemist. And what I was doing is, for example, I was developed a product. I pitched it via cold outreach or simply personal sample drop-offs and such. And I was simply observing the feedback, the answers, whether I got any positive or negative. And then I updated my working model, which was maybe even parts of the product or my outreach or my pitch or the market segment I was pitching to. And then I was rerunning the experiment. And then yet again, I compared the outcome and feedback and results to what I had before. And I guess this is very unique. And this is also, I think, a major advantage of autistic people, that we are expert model builders, because this is pretty much what we do in our whole lives. We are always trying to build models to understand reality, to understand a world, which 99% of it is neurotypical. So we always have to run models to understand everything from a simple conversation to a relationship, to business, to jobs, to family, to everything. And hence we are insanely good model builders. And now I am just saying it, the similarity with app development or software development or coding. And I guess this is also what I saw back in my corporate jobs, that if there was any issue, like a technical issue or some quality problem or some error or some major hiccup on the production line or something with the sales or after sales support, whatever, I could never really work. I hated crisis mode. I couldn't work in crisis mode. I couldn't react to an acute issue or problem or case. I mean, I could, but I was always reacting in a case or in a sense that I was like, okay, this is the issue. Let's say this is the now quality problem. Good. We can solve it this way to make sure the customer is satisfied. But we have to update our working model, and we have to adjust our model of what we want actually. In this case, like a good product, and then rerun it and see if it brings better results or not. So I could never really work like, wow, this is a crisis, guys, we have to do this and that. And no, I couldn't do that. I hated that. And I think it's not beneficial actually for anybody. I was always like, okay, this is an issue. Yes, we have to react quickly. We do react in this and this way. Like that's more like emotional intelligence. That was not necessarily a problem for me. But I was always trying to look at the bigger picture, the working model, what was generating the issue. Just a simple outlier, like some statistical fluctuation in, let's say, production quality, or is there like a major issue in our working model, how we produce this stuff? And then update that and rerun it and see if it brings better results. And this obviously not only applies to like product quality, but also to how I can cooperate with my colleagues or other departments or my boss, or how I should write my reports, or how I should answer to this and this person. So everything. And actually, this is also how I function, I guess, I would assume a lot of autistic people function even in relationships or dating, that we don't react to reality. It's like, let's say I am dating on a dating app, or I'm flirting with girls on an event. I don't react to like, let's say, rejection or bad feedback or even positive feedback in a direct way. I mean, I do react there at sight, but for me, it's more like, okay, I got rejected for this and this. Now let's adjust. Let's adjust my bio, or let's adjust my tone, or what I was talking about, or try to be more energetic at an event, and then rerun the experiment, rerun my working model, and then let's observe again if it brings better results or not. So I have observed or experienced that even in social settings, events, dating, relationships, family, everything, I cannot really react, or I don't want to simply react to an acute event or feedback. I want to update my working model that, okay, wow, this has happened. My girlfriend is pissed off, this and that, or she is cold or whatever. Then maybe this and this doesn't work. Then maybe I have to adjust this and this in my working model or understanding of relationships. Then rerun it. And let's see if now the relationship is better, or she's reacting more positively, or this and that. So this is like, I think, like a major scheme or a major pattern here at Autistic People, that we are insanely good model builders, and we don't necessarily react directly to feedback or to reality, but we take the feedback as an input to update our working model, re-render the whole reality, and then observe again if the new re-rendering, the new working model actually aligns or depicts reality better than before or not. And we always iterate simply. So yeah, I didn't want to talk too much today. I just wanted to share this quick idea because it really struck me as I was writing code recently. And I think this is really unique. I think it's insanely beneficial actually, and advantageous, and the giant strengths of autistic people professionally, but it's also kind of unique because most corporations and companies and professional settings are still run by neurotypical people. And for them, it's very difficult sometimes to accept or understand why we are not reacting like in a crisis mode and jumping up straight and trying to extinguish the fire straight up like everybody else. But we are instead oftentimes staying calm, adjusting or adapting our working model, then re-rendering the whole thing, and then see if it actually has brought any amends or any development of situation. So it can bring difficulties, but all in all, I think it's an insane advantage, and I want to share this idea. At least this has been my experience. So I'm really interested actually if you have seen the same, or you have experienced the same in professional settings, or actually even in relationships or family. So yes, I'm looking forward to hearing from you and your experience. And I guess stay safe, be good, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.